Oh my.
Morning, Alex.
It is a mess at these airports. Now, of course, we've seen ICE agents deployed to many airports across the country. And now Delta Airlines has come out and said, yeah, we're going to strip away a lot of perks for Congress until we get things funded. Will we see an agreement to fund DHS anytime soon?
Alex, every bit of this is hardball at the highest level. And of course, as you know, the Democrats essentially are doubling down by threatening Chuck Schumer, who it wouldn't surprise me if he's speaking from some sense of reality that this is something that could cause them the election. The bottom line is that there are those that vote yes and those that vote no. And I think that we need to aim our attention on those people that vote no. But the bottom line is, it is a difficult matter, and our airports are the commerce juggernaut of this nation. Mm-hmm. And the president's going to have to continue finding a way to have those employees come. The people that are not coming to work are causing huge lines. They are causing a huge problem. And eventually that leads to a meltdown, not just of people who are taking vacations, that you lose hotel revenue, you lose cities, lose things. It's going to have to turn into a full court press. Cities are going to have to say that they cannot tolerate this. And it's a yes versus a no vote. And that's what we've got to stress.
Yeah, I mean, people's lives have been completely upended by this. Think of people traveling for work or going to see a sick loved one in another state. It is so frustrating. And you mentioned Chuck Schumer. So then we've got Louisiana Senator John Kennedy saying it might be time to remove Senate Minority Leader Schumer from his positions in order to get the votes needed to fund the DHS. Let's take a listen.
If Senator Schumer keeps changing his position, we've got to just remove him from the process, which means that we do a budget for DHS, all of DHS, ICE, FEMA, TSA, through reconciliation. And we only do in reconciliation the DHS budget. You would remove the SAVE Act from that so that talking filibuster folks can keep talking. And you would remove the Democrats from the process.
Yeah, he made a bunch of different points there. I would love for you to respond on those multiple comments. And is it even an option to remove Schumer?
Well, certainly pressure can be put on. I very rarely do I find any disagreement with Senator Kennedy, but I believe that we need to recognize that the next person, whether they're Iranian, because those leaders were killed, the new Iranians are hardcore. The newest Democrats, the next ones, will be hardcore. Yeah. And the bottom line to this is we need people who are willing to come and listen and negotiate and work together. The problem is Chuck Schumer's done this before, and the people on the left just gave him unmitigated heck. Mm-hmm. So I think that what we've got to do is we've got to be smart enough, as Senator Kennedy then went to, and that is what is within control of our own 50+1 votes. Yeah. What is in control of that would be the reasonableness of our party. And we earlier, Alex, started the show where you were listening to who is correct, who is the United States or the Iranian. Are we in discussions? And this is where, as a member of Congress, I represent this group. We have to be able to sell to the American people reality. And this is where the members of Congress who serve or hear what happens in the Armed Services Committee and the behind-the-door conversations need to be able to effectively understand that, in fact, there are talks going on. Okay. In fact, that the United States does recognize that the numbers of missiles that came at not just the United States, but across the board, where are we in that number? What do they have left? How are we going to penetrate not only the bunkers that are left, but understand the conversation that's taking place with their new leadership? And negotiate with them or take them out. These are all hard conversations, and this is where a member of Congress is, the progress.
All right. Congressman Pete Sessions, always fantastic having you on. Thank you so much for your time this morning.
Alex.